Hello friends and dear students, I welcome you all to my channel. I hope you are all well and your studies are also going on well. This is part 5 video on the chapter of measures of central tendency, where I will be solving 5 MCQ conceptual problems on the topic of arithmetic mean and its properties. So this video is this video is part of the playlist CBSE Maths for class 9 following the textbook of author RD Sharma. If you find this video beneficial, then please like it, share it with your friends, and if you want to further support me, then please subscribe to my channel and do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. So let's start part 5 video, where I will be solving 5 conceptual problems on arithmetic mean and its properties. Okay, so the first problem says that Arnob scored 63 marks in English, 57 in Hindi, 82 in mathematics, 55 in social science, and X in science. So X is an unknown, X in science. If the average marks he scored is 60, then find the average of the best 4 marks among them. So there are how many subjects? English, English, Hindi, mathematics, social science, and science. So there are 5 subjects. Finally, we have to find the average of the best 4 marks. Okay, so the average of the 5 subjects is given to be 60. Okay, so we have 60 is equal to, and the individual marks that is scored in English, Hindi, mathematics, social science, and science are 63. So the average of all the subjects, average marks that Arnob scored in all the 5 subjects will be the sum of the individual marks scored in each subject divided by the total number of subjects. So we have 63 plus 57 plus 82 plus 55 plus X, all divided by, there are 5 subjects. Okay, so we can easily solve for X, as this is a linear equation in X. So doing cross multiplication, we have 300 is equal to let me quickly calculate the sum. 63 plus 57 plus 82 plus 55 is 257. So we have 257 plus 6 plus X. So this implies X is equal to 300 minus 257, which is 43. So 43 is the marks obtained in science. Okay, so what are the marks? So if I arrange the marks in the ascending order or in the descending order, I have the maximum marks is 82, then I have 63, then I have 57, and then 55. These are the best 4 marks obtained, and we have to find the average. Now, quite very peculiarly, weirdly, even though we calculate the value of X, it will not be used, because X is found to be 43, which is the worst score that worst marks that Arnob scored. So the answer will be this divided by 4. 82, 63, 57 and 55 are the best scores. If I add them up, it will be 257. 257 by 4 is equal to, divided by 4 is equal to 257 divided by 4 is equal to 64.25. 64.25. Now, without calculating X, can we know, is there any way that we can be sure that the best 4 marks are 63, 57, 82 and 55, when the overall average marks is given to be 60? overall average marks is given to be 60. I think we can know that. So if now the only unknown is the only unknown is x. The only unknown is x. Now, if x, we need to be sure whether x is, and the list of the other marks is 55. So if somehow we can ensure that the value of x will be less than 55, then we can straight away find the average of 63, 57, 82 and 55. Now is there any way that in this problem that we can understand, we can know that the value of x cannot be less than 55? Please think about it, then we can straight away find the then there is no need to find the value of x, as I did. Anyway, so the average of the best 4 marks is 64.25 and the correct choice is C. Now if I am doing any kind of calculation mistake or incorrectly solving the problem or applying the concepts incorrectly, then please feel free to let me know in the comment section. I will highly appreciate that. Let's see the next problem. The mean of n numbers x1, x2, x2, x3, up to xn is capital A. Okay. If x1 is replaced by x1 minus a into x1, x minus a into x1, and x2 is replaced by x minus a into x2, then the new mean is. So basically, the original observations, that is x1 is being converted into x minus a into x1, and x2 is being changed or converted into x minus a into x2. So we are multiplying, basically we are multiplying all the observations by the number x minus a. Xn will be equal to x minus a multiplied by xn. So when we already have found, this is a property of arithmetic mean, that if you multiply all the observations by a same constant non-zero number, then the new mean will be that constant number multiplied by the original mean. So the new mean will obviously be x minus a multiplied by a, capital A, where capital A was given to be the mean of the n original observed n numbers, that is x1, x2, x3, up to xn. So this is the new mean. So the correct choice is A. Now in this regard, I would like to say that we know that if x bar is the mean of, let's say, some observations, n observations, then we will have, then obviously from this equation, if you multiply both the side with some non-zero constant, let's say k, I will have k into x bar will be equal to k x1 plus k x2 up to k xn divided by n. Now what is the right hand side? The right hand side is nothing but the mean of the observations kx1, kx2, up to kxn. So and the left hand side is kx bar. So the new mean, if you multiply the original observations x1, x2, xn by some constant k, then the new mean will be k into x bar, where x bar is the old mean. Now again, if you let's say if you you can see that we multiplied each observation by the constant k, and the new mean is also getting multiplied by the constant k. Similarly, if you add, we have seen in the properties of mean, if you add or subtract a constant, non-zero constant, to all the observations, we know then the new mean the new mean will also be get added with the new mean will also be the original mean, the old mean plus that constant. We have this. Now from this using these concepts, we can say that if you let's say if you multiply, if we have some observations x1 x2 up to xn, if you multiply that observation and then if you add or subtract some constant, then what will be the new mean? Let's say we are transforming the original observation as x1 is, let's say we are first multiplying the observation with constant a, non-zero constant a, and then we are adding some another constant b. So all the observations are being transformed like this. So the question is, what will be the new mean? The new mean will be mean, the observations of this mean, the mean of the observations ax1 plus b comma ax2 plus b comma up to axn plus b will be a multiplied by the original mean, the old mean plus b. So this concept you must be very clear of. Okay, let's see the next problem. Find the mean. Okay, so if I so let's say there is there is observations xi. Now this is the notation this is the notation used in some higher classes, which this means this is basically this denotes represents a sequence. I mean, this is equivalent to saying x1 comma x2 comma up to xn. So we usually we represent n observations as x1 comma x2 comma up to xn. So this thing in in shorter form is also written as you write xi and you write xi inside a curly braces, and then on the right hand side you mention the range of I, that is I 1 to n. Okay, so if let's say in an observation I am changing every observation like this, xi is being changed to xi minus a divided by k. So what will be the new mean? If x bar is the mean of the original observations, that is xi by n, then the mean of the observations xi minus a divided by k will be x bar minus a divided by k. I will try to discuss all this and make some notes and in a separate video, because this concept you must understand very clearly. It will be very important for solving some problems. Okay, question number 3 says, find the mean of 2-digit natural numbers which have both digits same. Okay, so now what are the observations? The observations are, or the numbers are 2-digit. What are all the 2-digit natural numbers? The 2-digit natural numbers where both the digits are same can be 1 1, 2 2, 3 3 up to 9 9. These are the 2-digit natural numbers whose both the digits are same. Okay, now we have to find the mean of these numbers. So let's say, so what will be the mean? Mean of these observations numbers will be equal to 11 plus 22 plus 33 up like this plus 99. How many of these numbers are there? There are 9 numbers, so divided by 9. Now you can see that the numerators, the numbers are 11 plus 22 plus 33. Now 22 can be written as 11 multiplied by 2, and 33 can be written as 11 multiplied by 3. Likewise 99 can be written as 11 multiplied by 9 whole divided by 9. If you see the pattern in the numerator, you will see there is 11 common in all the 2-digit numbers. So I can take 11 common from all the 2-digit numbers in the numerator, and I have 11 multiplied by 1 plus 2 plus 3 up like this up to plus 9. Now one formula or one result you must know, that the sum of the first n natural numbers, the sum of the first n natural numbers is equal to n into n plus 1 whole divided by 2. The sum of the first n natural numbers is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. This thing you can see, it is the sum of the first 9 natural numbers. So it will be 9 into 9 plus 1 whole divided by 2, and then we have divided by 9. So this is equal to 11 multiplied by 9 into 10 divided by 2 whole divided by 9. This is equal to 11 multiplied by 45 by 9, and this is equal to 55. So the mean of the all 2-digit natural numbers where both the digits are same is 55. So also you must know the sum of the first n natural numbers, that is 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to plus n, is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. This is one result you must know. Also you must know what is the sum of the squares of the first n natural numbers, that is what is 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to n square. So this is the sum of the squares of first n natural numbers. This is equal to n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 whole divided by 6. This I don't know whether this formula will be you need this formula for solving problems in class 9 or not, but it is always a good idea to know these results. The sum of the first n natural numbers is n into n plus 1 by 2. The sum of the squares of the first n natural numbers is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 whole divided by 6, and another is the sum of the cubes of the first n natural numbers. Where will I write? I have no space. The sum of the cube of the first n natural numbers is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2, and this whole square of n into n plus 1 by 2. These results you must know. It will be very handy. Okay, let's see the next problem. X bar is the mean of the observations x1, x2, xn, okay, and y bar is the mean of the observations y1, y2, up to ym, okay. Let A be the sum of the deviations of xi's. Xi's means all the observations, individual observation, xi, x1, x2, xn. So A be the sum of the deviations of xi from y bar, and B, capital B, be the sum of the deviations of yi's from x bar. Then the value of A plus B. So it is very important that you understand the language of the problem. So what is given? It is given sum of the, okay, first of all, what do we have? X bar is the mean of x1, x2 plus x3 up to xn. So there are n number of observations. We have this. Again we have y bar is the mean of y1, y2 up to y small m. So number of observations is small m. Okay, we have this. Now it is given capital A is equal to the sum of the deviations of xi's from y. What is the deviation of xi from y bar? It is xi minus y bar, and the sum of all the deviations, that will be sigma I 1 to small n, because the number of observations of xi is n. This is A, and similarly B is given to be sigma I 1 to small m, the deviation of yi from x bar. Now the sum of deviations of sum of observations from a constant, we know this property that this is the this is the sum. If we have an observation, a set of n number of observations, x1 to x1, x2, x3 up to xn, then this is the sum of the deviations of those observations from the constant q, and this value is always equal this value is always equal to the number of observations multiplied by the mean of the observations x bar minus q. Never and ever forget this result, it is very important. Okay, so now I can say that the A will be equal to small n multiplied by x bar minus y bar. Similarly, B will be equal to small m y bar minus x bar. So now we have, this implies A plus B will be equal to n into x bar minus y bar plus m into y bar minus x bar. If I collect the x bar, if I collect the x like terms x bar and the like terms y bar, I have n minus m into x bar minus y bar n minus m. So this is equal to x bar minus y bar multiplied by n minus m. So this is the value of A plus B, x bar minus y bar multiplied by n minus m. Now in the choice C, it will be actually the choice C. We can our answer, our result can be rewritten as, I can take minus common from both the factors, and I will have y bar minus x bar multiplied by m minus n. So the correct choice is C. C is the correct choice. C is the correct choice. Okay, let's see the next problem, the last problem. The mean of the observations x1, x2, up to x11 is A. The mean of the observations x2, x3, up to x10 is B. If x11 minus x1 is equal to negative of A plus B, then value of x11 is, okay, what is given? The mean of the observations x1, x2, x11 is A. So mean is equal to the sum of the observations is x1 plus x2 up to x11. How many observations are there in x1, x2 up to x11? There are 11 observations. So divided by 11, we have this. Again we have, so this implies x1 plus x2 like this plus x11 is equal to 11a. Okay, let's call this equation of result as number 1. Again it is given the mean of the observations x2, x3, up to x10 is B. So the mean is B, and what are the observations x2, x3, x4 up to x10? How many observations are there? The sum of the observations will be x2 plus x3 up to x10. How many observations are there? x2, x3, x10. There are, the subscript of the last element is 10 and the subscript of the first element, first observation is 2. So there are 10 minus 2 plus 1 observations, which is 9. There are 9 observations. So divided by 9, we have this, or this implies we have x2 plus x3 like this up to x10 is equal to 9b. Let this equation be 2. We have to find x11. Okay. Now we know the sum of x2 plus x3 up to x10. Okay. Now in the equation 1, the equation 1 can be rewritten as x1 plus, I am grouping the observations, the sum of the observations from x2 to x10 and leaving the x1 and x11 separately. I have this, but the value of this I know from the equation 2 is 9b. So I can say that x1 plus 9b plus x11 is equal to 11a. So this implies I have x1 plus x11 is equal to 11a minus 9b. I got a relation between x1, an equation that is relating x1 and x11, and also it is given, let's say this equation be 3. Also it is given that x11 minus x1, x11 minus x1 is given to be a negative of a plus b, which is minus a minus b. Let this equation be 4. Now you see we have two equations where the two unknowns are x1 and x11. I think you are already familiar with solving linear equations in two variables. So in equation 3 and 4, the two variables are x1 and x11, and we can easily solve them. If I add this to equation 3 and 4, I will get twice of x11 is equal to, I will have 10a minus 10b, which is equal to 10 into a minus b. This implies x11 is equal to 10 into a minus b divided by 2, which is 5 into a minus b. So x11 is 5 into a minus b. So the correct choice is B. So with this, it comes to an end in solving 5 conceptual problems on arithmetic mean and its properties of ungrouped or raw data. I will make I will solve another 2 sets of 5 conceptual problems on this topic. So please stay tuned. If this video was beneficial, then please like it, share it with your friends, and once again please support me by subscribing to my channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. And one thing I would like to say, that if you are having any difficulty in following my videos, that the way I am solving the problems, or if you are not understanding any particular concept I am applying in solving the problems, then always feel free to let me know in the comment section, and I will do my best to help you out. So I am ending the video here. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, take care and bye.